She finally saw me. I didn't think she'd be there. I had hoped she'd be at the reunion, but I kept that hope a secret, even from myself. It took a second to register she was real, not just a fantasy ambushing me in the daytime. She was at a high table across the dance floor, a wish unmade, a vision of honey blonde curls in a red dress. Alone. I started walking, dodging the photo booth line and some lady with a clipboard asking me to add to the memory wall. After 20 years, there weren't many memories I cared to hold on to. Except one. She looked better than memory, not aged well, but refined. She was taller, toned shoulders and legs. By the time I reached her, I realized, wow, you got hotter wouldn't cut it. I bumped the wobbly leg of her table, spilling champagne down her chin. "I'm so sorry," I said, deepening my voice. I turned to grab napkins, but she stopped me with a hand on my forearm. "Don't sweat it," she said, wiping her lip with her thumb. No Facebook photo could capture the brilliant brown of her eyes. "Can I get you another?" "Yes, please." Her voice was warm, a delight to hear. So much better than having to eavesdrop from the corner of her favorite coffee shop. I felt the familiar urge to touch her, to confirm this was real, but I caught myself. I jogged to concessions, smoothing my shirt and straightening my bow tie. I nearly spilled a row of glasses, terrified she'd vanish before I returned. But she was still there, perched on her bar stool, watching me. I tried to wave, but with a drink in each hand, it looked like I was giving a toast. Toast to us, I thought, together at last. When I slid back into the stool across from her, she was quiet. I tried a proper cheers, but she was sitting on her hands. Her smile was thin, almost pained. Something was wrong. I could feel it, but I didn't say anything because the moment felt so fragile. She was finally seeing me. After years of pining, calling and hanging up, watching through windows, digging through dumpsters, I could be in the open. She trembled, perhaps feeling my passion for the very first time. I couldn't help it anymore. I reached out to wipe a tear from her cheek. "I feel it too," I said. "This was meant to—" A weight slammed into my ribs before I finished. I toppled off the stool, clawing at the Kevlar vest of the police officer that tackled me as my head smacked the wooden floor. "You said you wouldn't let him touch me," my love cried, her distress breaking my heart. Another officer locked my hands behind my back as the crowd gasped. My love faded into the background, but I could hear her voice from anywhere. "I told you he'd do this. I told you he was dangerous. I told you."